Okay, I'm going to have to piece these videos together. I was getting a phone call, and I know once I answer that phone call, it completely shuts my video off, so I'm going to have to piece it together, and I hope my phone will let me. If not, I'll have to start this whole chat video all over, and I won't remember what I've already said. But anyway, I think I was talking about my kitty cat here. I forgot to put my glove on. She reminded me. She got in there, and so anyway, I had to get her out, go get a blanket, put it under the door, because I live in a double wide, and on our doors, which I never paid attention to it before, they have like almost a 2-inch gap on the bottom. And the biggest part of the doors have like a vent on them. Well, there's a 2-inch gap, and this little sweet thing right here can flatten herself down and get right underneath there. I watched her. So that made me nervous because I don't want her to get, you know, stuck under the door. And by the way, her and Woody are big time buddies now. I've got some of the sweetest pictures of them, and now she's going to be ornery. She keeps him on his toes. He needs the exercise. Hubby had to fix the tower the other day because dear old Woody gets up there. It's one of those ones you get at Walmart. I think I showed a picture of it. Well, they don't make them that good, and so he gets on the very top, and with his weight and everything, hubby had to put some brackets underneath there, braces and stuff, so it's better now. But anyhow, I was worried about her getting underneath there and getting stuck. So on our doors, they have those little almost a 2-inch gap underneath them, and I never noticed it before. But I remember it kind of made me remember back when Luna and Woody were small, they did the same thing. And so, but they only did it a couple of times. So I thought, oh yeah, I kind of forgot about that. So I went around to all my doors and put towels underneath them. And that way that she can't crawl underneath there and get stuck. Now, I can't keep my doors open to my sewing room and to my craft room because I have stuff in there and I don't want them to get up on my cabinets and knock things down and break things and stuff. So, and then in the bathroom, it's the same way, but it don't have a vent. So I have a baby gate that I actually put up in front of it to keep her out of that bathroom, because on the nights that it's super cold that we have to leave our water dripping, I don't want her to hear that and think, oh, I got something I can go in there and play in, because my cats do love playing in water. Believe it or not. They do. And but they don't like getting a bath because they have had to have a bath once before here. And it's kind of a funny story on that one. When Sylvester was hanging around, he was a male cat, and I had the door open, the back door open, and well, dear Sylvester was gone for a while because I figured he had a girlfriend somewhere. But anyway, whenever he came home, I had my door open and Woody was at the door. Well, dear Sylvester just decided to turn around, and you know what happened. And so I had to go take Woody into the bathroom and give him a bath. And he didn't like that very well. He threw a fit. So, but other than that, he likes to, if you turn the sink water on, he will come running over there and he wants to play in it. It's the craziest thing. But he loves the sink water. So I have to block all my doors underneath and to keep Kitty from getting stuck. She even does it to the pantry door, because hubby seen her do it one day. He said, well, guess what? She can crawl underneath the pantry door. So I have, at nighttime, during the day I don't, because I can see and everything, but during the night I have to shove these those little cheap blankets you can get from Walmart for like $3 or something like that. I get a couple of them and put it underneath my pantry door to keep her from getting in there. I'll be glad when she gets big enough to where she can't do this, because boy, that's a lot of work before I go to bed to make sure it's all baby proof. And so, but anyway, so yeah, we're supposed to get some really, really cold weather, and I am dreading it so much. I just don't like that. And then, hubby, he has to go to work in it. I think he'll be home. Yeah, he'll be home during the week when all this is going on. So I'm glad of that. So I'll have help doing chores. But just got to do some extra weatherproofing and, make sure everything's going okay and all that. So, but yeah, I had to put my Valentine crochet blankets up early because Miss Kitty was getting up there and she was clawing them. So I had to put them up because that was a lot of work. Now I just laid that one up there a while ago just so you can have something to look at besides that old brown recliner. And so I'll put it back down because I use it at night whenever I'm working on my projects. And like I said, I can't wait to show you guys. I'm fixing to put too many double crochets in there. I can't wait to show you guys what I've been working on. Oh my goodness. I'm having so much fun with it. I'm already on number 4, fixing to start number 5. I have so much joy making these. I love everything. I have joy when I make anything, but this has given me so much joy. It's just you know what I'm talking about. You find that one thing that you just can't seem to put your hook down to, and you don't want to stop, but then you got to go to bed, you got to sleep, you got to do your dishes, you got to clean the house and all that. And so, I have to do all that. But anyway, yeah, it's raining right now, actually. I don't mind the rain. We actually had some thunderstorms last night and had some earlier this morning. I barely got my chores done I just stepped in the house and it just started pouring, and I thought, wow, that was perfect timing. I usually will look at my phone. I've got a radar on my phone. What is that called? Radar Omega. And no, I'm not sponsored by them, but that's the one I use. I love that radar, and I didn't know anything about it until I started watching Ryan Hall. And you want to talk about a good weather guy. I love Ryan Hall. He is my go-to weather guy. If I want to know about the weather, Ryan Hall. He is spot on. He don't hype it and all that kind of stuff. And he's the one I go to and watch, especially when we have severe weather. I have him on live and stuff because I don't like tornadoes. I don't like storms like that. I don't mind a thunderstorm like what we had last night. It was just thunder and some rain like today and everything. But when it gets to severe stuff, I do not like it. But he is my go-to guy, and I trust him. And so that's the radar he uses, and so that's one I've been using probably for about 3 years, because some of these radars, there might be some that you can pay for that will actually show you the actual what's happening right then, but some of these lag like 10 minutes, and I had one like that and I didn't like it, and this one is like within a minute, I think, and so I really like that. That helps me a lot with my anxiety. It doesn't help my hubby none though, because I drive him crazy. Weather doesn't bother him. Only time it bothers him is whenever it bothers me, and then my panicking bothers him. Hey Woody, you want to say hi? I was talking about you a while ago. Big old boy. I think hubby, we weighed him, and he is a big cat. He weighs about 17 pounds, 18 pounds. His sister's right behind him. I've never had a cat that big. And I don't know how he's gotten that big. I mean, he just eats cat food. But I hear that rain on the door over there. But anyway, he's getting exercise now, though, guys. Let me tell you, during the day, whenever I'm awake, I leave my sewing room door open. I have to open my windows, though, because if I don't, they'll destroy my shades, because they've already destroyed like 3 shades in my house. And I have to keep my shades pulled up even at nighttime. And then, and if any of them's got those cords, which I want to replace all of them, I take those cords and I wrap it all the way up and I hook it onto the other thing so they don't hang down. But I have to fix my window a certain way, because if I don't, they get in the window. And so far, Miss Jinx hasn't figured out how to climb the curtains, and I hope she doesn't. These are like insulated curtains. But she does know how. The other thing we have to do when we're not sitting at the bar eating is we have to take our chairs and move them away, because she knows how to get in the chair and then get on the island. And I don't want her to get up there. I have a hard enough time keeping Woody down, which I gave up the battle but I don't want her up there and him up there, because I'll tell you what the deal is. I'm so afraid that they'll get up there and accidentally bump my water, because it's not like a regular knob that you turn to turn my water on. It's got like a handle you pull back, and I'm so afraid they're going to get up there and bump that handle, and here we got the water running, and I'll never know until I get up. I know I probably worry too much, but I can't help it. When you got a lot of things going on in the house, you got to think about things like that. A lot of chaos. But look at this. I've got that thing wrapped around that little, now how did I manage that? I got it wrapped around that zipper. That's interesting. Only I could do something like that. Oh, I can't believe I did. There we go. I got to move that out of the way. But anyhow, yeah, so that's what they've been up to, keeping me busy. And I got the spring fever the other day. I got out there and noticed that some of my bulbs are coming up. I'm super excited about that, but I ran out of steam and didn't plant all my bulbs. And I wished I would have, and I don't know if it's too late. I guess I could still plant them, and maybe they'll come up during the fall or something. I don't know. But as long as I get them in the ground, that's all I care about. I've got like 3 packages I need to, and I can't even tell you what they were to save my life. I don't even remember what I planted, what bulbs I planted. I just know they're up north, and they're in a flower bed with a bunch of, what are those? I can't even think of what those are called. There's a whole bunch of them. I divided them up. Hostas, that's what it is. I got a whole bunch of hostas I divided up last year. They were on the south side, and I've had them there for ever since we lived here, which is going on 8 years. Are you listening to me, Woody? And I divided them up because I knew I needed to. And so I divided them on the north side, and I got a pretty good sized flower bed of them now. But I'm wanting to get different ones to put in there with them. And I planted these bulbs mixed in there with them. And hopefully they'll all come back and do good and everything. And I noticed that my roses are all putting out a bunch of new growth, and I haven't pruned them. And to be honest with you, I'm not one of those ones that does all that. I'm not fancy. I kind of forget, you know, I get all this stuff and get excited about getting my seeds started, which I haven't done it yet. That's another thing I got to get going. I got a bunch of coneflowers I want to get started, which I know that takes a long time, and I should have already probably done it, probably during the fall for all I know. I deadhead all this stuff. I save the seeds, and I've got seeds to galore in there of lantanas and coneflowers. What's the other stuff? Black-eyed Susans. No, there's some more things I've gotten. I can picture it in my head here, and I can't think of the name of them, but I got a bunch of and of course my zinnias. They can actually come back on their own a lot of times. But I got all the stuff I need to get started, and I got to get in there. And there's a table that my hubby's going to take over to a friend of his that has a store, and he's going to just give it to him to do whatever he wants with it, if he wants to sell it or whatever. It's a table that my hubby had redone. He took the old boards off. It might have been I don't remember what was in the middle. It might have been glass at one time, but he put cedar boards in it and everything. But it's not sentimental to me like the other one that's in the craft room. That one is like a farmhouse type table that he built for the grands, and that one ain't going nowhere except unless my daughter wants it. And I got that in there, but I'm wanting to take the other one, and he's going to do that way I can get my folded up card table, and lay it in there and put all my seeds on it to get started in the window. And that way when I'm done, I can take my card table, unfold it, and put it back in the closet, and I'll have all that room in there that I'm wanting to get back. So he's got to do that, and I'm wanting to paint that room. But anyway, yeah, I'm excited about my plants, seeing how they're doing. My roses are coming around. I don't know about the ones in the front are starting to get some more new growth on it, and I'm super excited about that because the deer got up here and ate on them. I couldn't believe it. And how I knew was the snow, the tracks in the snow, because I was wondering what got a hold of them before that, because there was no snow, and then we ended up having snow. What was it, that 9 inches of snow? And there was deer tracks all around them, and I thought, okay, I guess I'm going to have to get me some more dog wire and make me some cages. I have a bunch of cages out of dog wire that I put around a lot of my other flowers. I don't like to, because it just takes away from them, but I have to do that because in the wintertime, you know, the deer, which they've got bushes to galore around here to eat. I mean, I'm surrounded by woods and everything, but, you know, I know it gets to a point where they can't find some of the leaves and stuff like that, so they'll turn on your plants that you have outside. And so they did get a hold of one of my hydrangeas, and I'm hoping it'll come back. It's the oak leaf hydrangea. I was so proud of that thing. I love that thing so much. And it was so pretty. And it looks just like oak leaves, but it's a hydrangea, and the blooms on it are gorgeous. If I can put a picture, which I don't know if my phone will let me, I'll add a picture of what they look like. It was looking so pretty. And it turns fall colors in the fall. Well, I go out there one day, the deer ate it, and it just broke my heart, and I thought, no. And I've got another hydrangea, the old-fashioned type hydrangeas, probably within 4 feet of this one, and they don't even touch it. I don't understand that. So I'm going to have to go to the greenhouse and pick me out another one if this one don't come back, because I really want that one to get established. It is so pretty. And so, but my other hydrangeas, they're coming back because I see new growth coming out on them. And I'm like, and I hope this cold weather that we're fixing to have, I just now thought of that. I just hope this cold weather we're fixing to get, I mean, big time. I'll make sure I ain't gonna mess up here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, because if you don't, you got to have 4 clusters, and then you do the chain and turn. And I've been known to put 5 and 6. Frog it back out, guys. Yeah, I hope this cold snap doesn't mess it up, because this is like, they said some of it might be record breaking. I hope not. I hope they're wrong. Anyhow, all right, now what am I supposed to do here? Go past that cluster. Hi, Woody. But anyway, if that one don't come back, I'll have to get me another one. But all my other ones are doing just fine. They didn't even touch my other ones, and they didn't even have, a couple of them didn't even have a cage around them. But what happened was I borrowed the cage that was around that one to put around another thing that I had, and that's when they got it. And the other hydrangea don't even have a cage around it. Never has. So I don't know. There's something about that oak leaf one they really liked. But yeah, all my other ones got little new growth coming out on it. I see you, Woody. And I got some butterfly bushes. All my butterfly bushes, they look good. Even the ones that didn't look too good when I bought them at the store, they looked awful. And I thought, man, these things ain't gonna make it. And they were still not the best whenever it came time for them to go, you know, dormant or whatever. Right now they looking good. And I mean, they were looking good when they went that way, but I'm surprised because of all the cold weather we had. I thought it would have got them as bad as they look, but no, they look fine. So I just hope and pray they make it through this cold stuff. Woody says, Mama, won't you pet me? I see you, Woody. My hubby's always saying, I think cats really love you. Yeah, they follow me everywhere. Mr. Smokey outside. Hubby tries every way in the world to get him to come to him and talks to him and everything, but he just like, I don't want nothing to do with you. I'll stick to my mama. And so, yeah. But anyhow, well, at least I got to the end of the row, and I'm starting back down, so I got a little bit more done, but I don't know, I might need to watch my time on this. I don't want it to be where I can't add my other one to it, and then I have to start all over again. But yeah, I've been having a lot of fun working on these projects that I've been working on, and I can't wait to show you, and the stuff I found at the thrift store and something else I found at another antique store, and all that. But you know how it is. You get busy in life, and you keep telling yourself every day, I'm going to make a video. Okay, I need to make a video. And then something happens, and you get all these things going and chores, and you get busy, and you just got to find the time. And hubby's at work today, and I usually text him and tell him I'm making a video in case he gets off early. Because if he calls me, it always shuts my video off. And so, but anyhow, it's okay. I'll just try and piece it together. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this. You remember how I told you before my refrigerator quit on me? Oh, and that was another thing I forgot to talk about. I'm just everywhere today. That's what these chat videos are for. It's like sitting with a friend and talking about the things that have been going on in your life. My refrigerator quit again. Can you believe that? After spending nearly, I don't even want to say. It was a lot. Let's just say I could have bought another one. Yeah. It quit again. I don't know what it is this time. I keep thinking it's the thermostat. Yeah. So we're living out of 4 ice chests. Yeah. I don't mind. I don't really mind living out of the ice chest, but I do mind buying all that ice. But I have been smart about it. I drink bottled water. I know. That's what I do. And so I've been saving my bottled waters after I finish them, and I put water back in it, and then I go and put it in my deep freeze that I have out in my shop. And so I've been doing a lot of that, and that has helped on the ice consumption. But you still got to get the ice, and so that can add up real quick. And so we're supposed to be getting somebody coming out, not the same guy, because I'm a firm believer communication. Let's just say communication. And this last guy, he didn't communicate very well, because I'd call and he never would return the call, and then just showed up one day, didn't even tell us he was coming, which it is what it is. But he was supposed to call us and tell us what it was going to cost in the part, and he never did. And so when he got done with it, that was a shocker. And so I told my hubby, I said, I think from now on we just need to, usually I do ask, but we didn't realize it was going to be that much, because we kind of looked it up online before all of this, but evidently he found a place that was a little bit more pricier. But anyway, needless to say, we got somebody in mind that's going to be coming out soon and seeing what's going on with it. And I'm thinking it's the thermostat, because my freezer was super cold, and then my refrigerator was getting down in the 20s. And finally the freezer part was working, and then the refrigerator side quit blowing cold air in, and we just replaced the blend door on it. And so I think the thermostat is just kind of messed up. But I do know if it ends up being the compressor, you're better off to buy a brand new refrigerator. So we don't have that now. We've been doing the ice thing. That's another thing that keeps me on my toes. Constantly remembering to have to fill up the water bottles and replace the water bottles and get the ice, and remember to tell hubby to pick up ice on the way home. And we get like 2, and then we put it in the deep freeze, but you end up going through like a bag a day practically, and or 2. And then right before that happened, I'm trying to remember, it was running then. Our heater quit working. Yeah, the heater quit running. And how we found out, which I'm thankful to God that it happened the way it did, is we were home, and I had just woke up. Hubby was already awake. He gets up real early, because he don't sleep real good, because he works a shift that kind of messes with his sleep anyway. But anyway, I woke up, and when I woke up, I could smell electrical. And I thought, what is that? And so I'm one of those, if I hear something, smell something, I investigate deep. Hubby is kind of I don't think he can smell real good and stuff, and his hearing is not as good as mine. I can hear like you can't believe. And I'm like, there's something's not right. And he goes, well, he said, when I was in the utility room, he goes, I could smell that too. And I said, it smells electrical. He goes, well, this is what he said. He goes, I just thought it was the vacuum cleaner. I have a little vacuum cleaner that I use on the hardwood floor. And I said, I don't know. I said, I don't know. Let me try. Let me see what this is. So I took the vacuum cleaner and I ran it and I didn't smell anything. And so I took it into, but I didn't smell anything coming from it, but I could still smell it kind of in the air, if that makes any sense, because I had my nose right on the vacuum cleaner. But anyway, I took it into another room the furthest away. I turned it on. I walked away, shut the door, went back in so I could get a good fresh breath of air. Walked back in. It wasn't the vacuum cleaner. I said, there's something going on, and it's something in this house. So I went to the electrical box, put my hand on it. I checked the breakers. Nothing was flipped. Nothing felt hot. And I said, I think I know. I said, I think it's the heater. He goes, well, what makes you think it's the heater? I said, I don't know. I think it's the heater. Because about 2 days before that, I heard something pop. And I told my hubby, and he said, oh, it's probably one of the cats. I said, no, it's over there by the heater. It's like it's in the heater. Because I thought, I hope there's not a mouse trying to come in and stuff. Because, you know, them mice, they'll find it. If they can find a little dinky hole somewhere, I don't care how little it is, they're going to squeeze their way through. And went over, the heater kicked on, and I could smell it again. I said, we need to turn it off. I said, something's not right with the heat. So we turned it off. I went to the breaker, flipped the breaker, and we just stood there. And, you know, we just kind of looked at each other, and we got, now what? What are we going to do now, you know, because it was cold. And of course, me, I kind of, my wheels got to spinning. I said, okay, we got to figure something out here, which he already knew that anyway. We only have one space heater in this house. Well, not now, but then we only have one little space heater, and we use that in our bathroom because, you know, it gets cold, and we use it in there, and it ain't big enough. It's just a little old, less than $20 space heater we use in there before we take our showers. And so he that because I didn't want to get in trouble with the Melanie tune that my washing machine plays. Is that not funny? You know, I know how YouTube is about, I guess, copyrights or something, but my washing machine plays this Melanie tune right at the very end, and I could hear it, and I thought, please don't, so that's why I muted you. So hopefully that won't get me in trouble. If anything, I'll edit it out. That's crazy. Of all things, a washing machine. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. They took care of it, but I was still very leery because when you turn the power on, you could hear it making this rattling noise. And so I hadn't turned the power back on because it was hot that day. Matter of fact, we had our windows and stuff open. It was cold that morning, but it turned hot that day, Arkansas weather. And so anyway, when we turned it on that evening, this was like 4:30 in the afternoon, we went ahead and turned it on because the cold front was coming in. And so it started making that noise. And so I freaked out, you know, and I told hubby, I said, something's not right. I said, I don't understand. I said, they checked everything. They had it running before they left. I don't get it. I just don't get it. And I had turned the main power back on. And so I called the person, and they called me within, thunder guys, they called me within not even 5 minutes, and it was him, and he talked to me for a while, and he explained to me what it was. It was nothing for me to worry about, and if it started doing this, started doing that, that's whenever blah, 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 and all this kind of stuff. But it hadn't done it anymore, and I realized it would do it whenever I would flip the main breaker on. But I haven't flipped the breaker anymore, and it quit doing it. So I don't know. It ain't done it no more. I ain't going to go digging. It's doing just fine. I thank God for it every day. I just pray that it keeps running good and strong. And this hasn't been a very good 2024, and the beginning of this year has not been a very good situation for us when it comes to appliances and our stuff outside, you know, yard equipment and stuff, because last year was awful with that too. We still got to get our riding lawnmower fixed, because I told hubby, I said, if you think I'm going to push it all the way down that right of way and all the way back, because I used to, and I can't anymore. I've gotten older since then. And I can't do it because my asthma won't let me, for one thing. I just can't do it. We gotta get our lawnmower fixed. And so, but anyway, that's what happened with our heater and our refrigerator. So I am so ready for spring, where I can open up my doors, open up my windows, don't have to worry about turning the heat on. Maybe by then my refrigerator will be working right. If not, I'll have me a little bitty brand new one sitting right over there, the size that you put in college, because I ain't going to go messing with that. I'll get a little one. Hubby keeps telling me, you don't want no little one. I said, yes, I do. I said, it won't bother me a bit to have a little one sitting right over there, because of what me and him, it's just kind of hard to explain. A lot of that stuff that goes in the refrigerator is for the pig outside. And yeah, she's spoiled. And so, and a lot of stuff for me and hubby, I don't do a lot of cooking, but when I do cook, it usually disappears that day. So, it's just, I don't know. We just don't need a lot of room for what we have. And I don't refrigerate my eggs whenever I get them, which I'm not going to be paying what they're asking for them at the store. I get them from somebody that my hubby works with. And yeah, let's just say I can get 3 dozen for what they cost at Walmart right now. And so, and then my chickens, they lay like 3 every 3 days. Oh my. So anyway, I guess I better hop off of here. This video is going to be so long, and I got to edit, it looks like. I usually don't edit, but if I have to, I got this one app I use. I don't even know what it's called. I try my best to edit on it, but it's kind of hard. I don't know how to do it. I don't really like editing, I just go with it. But now I got to splice my videos together, and if my washing machine melody tune is in the background, I'm going to have to edit that thing out too, guys. So if I don't get these 2 videos together, there'll be 2 parts. I know you guys will understand. But anyway, I guess I'm going to hop off here. I got this far. I'm done. I got things I got to do. I got to go check on my dryer, because I don't have a timer working on my dryer still. And I'm just going to use it till it quits. And hopefully it'll quit around spring or summer if it's going to do it. That way I can just hang my laundry up outside. I took down my original laundry line so I can make my flower beds bigger. And as soon as I done that, that's when my dryer started acting crazy. That's okay. I took a line and I strung it through the pine trees. I don't care. It'll work. As long as the birds don't initiate it, and the pine sap don't initiate it, I'll be okay. But anyway, I'm gonna hop off here, and I will have a link to this blanket down below. And I guess Miss Jinx ain't gonna come over here and say goodbye. Come here, kitty. You want to come down here? No, he said no. She's on top of her tower. But anyway, I'll have a link to it if you guys want to go check it out. And I'm gonna try to get up here. There she is. Come here. Come on, Jinx. Come here. Come here. You want to say bye? Show them how cute you are. Say bye. She is the sweetest. I've had so many cats, but she's one of the sweetest. She's not more. When she don't want to be held, she lets you know. But anyway, I hope you guys all have a wonderful, blessed day, and I will be chatting to you guys real soon.